Hi everyone! For this assignment, I'm going to be extending, illustrating, and sharing another STEM technology that I have worked with. At SUNY Cortland for my undergrad, I took a class that was centralized around critical media literacy, but a component or a module to this course was technologies to use within the classroom. And one of those technologies that I learned about was Bbot. So what exactly is a Bbot? So TTS International Schools is a toy creation and game creation technology-based company. And they define Bbot as an exciting robot designed specifically for use by young children. This colorful, easy to operate, and friendly little robot is a perfect tool for teaching, sequencing, estimation, problem solving, and just having fun. So what are Bbot's uses? So from my experience tinkering with Bbot in my undergraduate course and looking at applied practices for the purposes of this assignment, I have curated a list of Bbot's most commonly used uses. The first would be developing early programming skills. So we all know that we live in an age where STEM education is on the rise, technology is on the rise, and younger children are expected to know more about programming than they did in years past. So Bbot is a great introductory tool, I should say, into programming skills. So over here, this is what a back of a Bbot looks like. You have a forward, backwards, left, and right option. You have an opportunity to cancel the sequence you made or pause the Bbot in its tracks. And the go button is once you have put in, oh, I want my Bbot to go up, right, down. After I put in that sequence, I press go and the Bbot remembers that and moves in that direction. For students that are just developing their fine motor skills, I also thought Bbot adheres to that principle. Students really have to push down on these buttons, so there's a clicking noise that goes off once the buttons are pressed. And students really need to click down on them hard enough so that way their action is understood by Bbot. So students need to develop a sense of fine motor skills using Bbot. So another thing that Bbot does is it helps students solve problems through planned solutions. So I'm just going to show some clips from videos I found of teachers using Bbots for letter identification and map making and exploring. So if I go over here, so this is what I presume to be a classroom somewhere in England. They have accents. And I'm just going to show about a minute of this experiment that the teacher is having the students undertake.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to use Bbot to help us to remember our letters. I'm going to start Bbot. I'm going to start, I'm going to turn him on, and I'm going to start him on the letter, what was that letter? Ah. So I'm going to put him on ah. Can anybody see a letter that they know? Put your hand up if you can see a letter that you know. Lily? We can see t. So let's see if we can make Bbot move to the letter t. Right, how many spaces do I need to move him forward? 2 spaces. So I need to press forwards on Bbot 2 times. 1, 2, and then go. 1, 2. What do we need to make Bbot do now? We need to make him turn towards the t, don't we? So we want him to move a quarter turn. So I'm going to press clear and then turn and go. Brilliant. Brogan, do you want to see if you can come and make Bbot find T, the T space on the mat? So think about how many spaces you need to make him move forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Then he's going to press go. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's made it.
So as you can see from that video, the students were able to solve the problem of identifying the letter T through planned solutions guided by their teacher. They knew the Bbot had to move over a few columns and then go down to locate the letter T. So they were able to solve their problem through a planned solution using their programming skills. The next thing I wanted to show you was how map making and exploring can be used in social studies lessons. So I found this video on the TTS website for when you purchase Bbot, but I just wanted to disclaim that I don't know exactly what this group of students are doing with the Bbot. I do want to say that from my perspective, it looks like they're trying to get the Bbot to go to various locations within the map. So it teaches students a sense of spatial awareness using the Bbot. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of how Bbot is moving around. So there he is. He's moving in front of these landmarks. They could also be using this to see how well their programming skills have developed since first using Bbot, making him go through a zigzag line pattern. Bbot's also great for trial and error. So let's say this group of students is trying to get their Bbot to go in front of one of these stores here, but they have a little bit trouble doing so. Maybe they don't press the up arrow enough times, or perhaps Bbot goes on a different trail than they had predicted. That gives students the opportunity to go back and think, okay, how can I make Bbot get to the spot I want him to? It has them reflect on their learning. It keeps them accountable. And it also has them practice making predictions. If I press Bbot going 3 times up, 1 time down, and 1 time to the left, where is he going to end up? And that's also a great skill, making predictions when dealing with science experiments, comprehension. So it really gets a lot of multidisciplinary principles met. Students can also identify patterns over time. And like I said before, they can also use Bbot to conduct experiments such as movement. There are a couple additional accessories that you can purchase with your Bbot. So for example, this blue casing around it almost acts as a push method for the rocks to move. So if you were to put rocks in front of the Bbot, it would actually be able to move it using this casing tool. So students can conduct experiments based off movement, for example, using these different accessories. One of the downsides of Bbot is the price. So this is just a starter pack that you can buy off of Kaplan Early Learning. And it comes with a Bbot and a bunch of different accessories like the casings, different maps, etc. A Bbot itself, just one single Bbot, goes for about $100. In most of the uses that I've seen online and the applied practices of Bbot, usually students are broken up into a small group to use Bbot. So it wouldn't be something to get for every single student, but it definitely is a costly STEM technology. And to conclude my assignment, I just wanted to show you this fun video of a group of kindergarten students working on their early programming skills by having their Bbots synchronously dance. So I'm just going to end the video with this little clip. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to watching your guys' projects as well.
Closely when I give you the directions so that we all have our Bbots dancing the same dance. Forward. Forward. Backward. Turn left. Backwards. Backwards. Turn right.
Ready? On your mark. Get set. Go.
Oh, now they're dancing.
Yeah.